Hello everyone and welcome back to Butterfly Dreams Crochet. My name is Jeannie and today we are going to be looking at a couple of mandalas that I made from the Mandala to Crochet book that I got off of Amazon. I will be doing videos every Friday out of this book showing you the different mandalas that are in here. My goal is to make some and put them in the rings and put them on my wall. Now I will show 2 a week, and out of those 2, I will talk about the pattern that's in the book. I'll talk about the yarn that I used and whether or not it's an easy one to make or a difficult one to make. Now I am having trouble finding the yarn that I used on one of these, and I know I did not use it all, but I don't know where I put it, y'all. My room's still clean and organized, so I don't know what happened to it. I know it's Hobbii cotton yarn. I know that for sure. I know they don't give colorways, but they do give color numbers, and I was wanting to give y'all those numbers so that if y'all wanted this yarn yourself, you would know what numbers to order. But I cannot find it. But anyway, I got this book after I started doing the mandala blanket, the circular file mandala blanket, which you can find the videos on that for Tuesdays. I love doing mandalas. I've actually created a couple of my own. I do have tutorials for those as well. I do have, as I was saying, I do have tutorials for those as well. But I found a couple of books on Amazon that I got. And y'all have not seen this yet because I am going to stop sharing books until I have worked out of the book, to let you know what I personally think of the book. Now, I'm not sponsored by any book companies. I purchased these books on my own. And what I say about the books is my own personal opinion. So, the Mandalas to Crochet is by Hafner Linson. It comes with large format charts, full instructions, and 7 inspirational projects. And you get a total of 30 great patterns. So, I have made 4 of these already, but you won't see the other 2 till next Friday. Now, the 2 that I am going to be showing today is going to be one called Flirting Fifties, and the other one is called Strawberry Blossom. So, I'm going to switch over to my other camera so I can let y'all see it from the table. And we're going to talk about it, and I'm going to show you the picture in the book and everything else. Talk about the yarn that I used and why I used that yarn and stuff like that. But before I switch over, thank y'all so very much for being a part of the Butterfly Squad. I really, really do appreciate y'all so very much. I appreciate y'all watching my videos, giving me a thumbs up, even if you don't leave a comment. I really, really appreciate it. And for all of the new ones that have came over and joined my Butterfly Squad, thank y'all so very much. So I'm going to get over to the next camera, and we're going to look at these a little bit closer down on the table and talk about the yarn and the patterns in the book. Okay, so the first one we're going to talk about will be Strawberry Blossoms that you see here on the table. Now, this is what mine looks like, worked up. Now, like I said, I used Hobbii cotton. It was the one that come in the color pack. I can leave the link to that color pack in my description box of this video for y'all. I love how this turned out. I think it's very, very pretty. I think it's kind of like a little dainty, what I would consider dainty. It would look good in a little girl's room. If you have a little girl and you want to set something on, put this on a table in her room and set something on top of it. This part is flat, so it would definitely be able to hold something without you being worried that it's going to tip over. So I absolutely love this one. I think I'm going to send this one to my sister. She'll find a place for it, trust me. She always does. And she loves doilies. This was done with the Hobbii Cotton 8/8. Absolutely first time working with this yarn. Absolutely love it. And look at that stitch definition that you get. Look at that. Just absolutely beautiful stitch definition. I did not have an issue with this yarn splitting. I used a 4.0 millimeter crochet hook, but just look, so beautiful. Now what I will say about this pattern, before I get into that, I'm going to show you what the one in the book looks like. This is what the one in the book looks like. And this is what mine looks like. There we go. Would you say I nailed it, or did I fail it? So, the only thing, this pattern is well written, and it is easy to follow. The only part that I did not like about this particular pattern was the little pink things here on each one of these chains, because you work those individual. You cut your yarn, go to the next one, you work it, cut your yarn, go to the next one. You got all those ends to weave in, but I'm going to give you a little secret of what I did. What I did was I took this end and went through that way. I took this end and went back through that way and clipped them. And that is what I did on each and every last one of these. So that made it a little more easier to do. So, will I make this again? Sure, definitely will. Now, I will be doing some in different colors as well. So, you may see some of the same ones somewhere down the road as well. But they'll be in different colors. The thing about mandalas is you can use whatever colors you want to use. It does not matter. You pick your colors and just follow the directions in the chart. That's what I did. And I did try to make this one look similar to the book, but they use like more of an ecru color, where I used more of a beige color. Still worked out just as pretty. Just as pretty. So I will be sending this to my sister, or I will be giving it to her next time I go home. So that is that one. Now the next one that we're going to look at is going to be Flirty 50s. I don't know about flirting in the 50s, because I'm not a 50s child. And this one is kind of big. Let me give you what the size of the other one should have been. If I would have used a 3.25 millimeter hook on Strawberry Blossoms, I would have got an 8 1/4 inch diameter. I did not. So let's see, and I'm sorry about that noise. Let's see what I did come up with. Y'all want to see what mine actually came up with? If I can find my tape measure. See, I promise y'all, every time I get ready to do a video, all my stuff just disappears. I've been putting stuff back in its rightful place. I've been keeping my room clean. I just don't know. Alright, so I'm going to measure from this little flower thing to this. So my measure is about 11 inches. And that was using a 4.0 millimeter hook and Hobbii 8/8 cotton. So that's the size I got on that one. Now for the Flirty 50s, with a 3.25 millimeter crochet hook. It should have measured 9 1/4 inches. Now, of course, mine's going to measure way bigger than that. With this one, I used Red Heart Super Saver just to see what it would turn out to look like in an acrylic yarn, which I will be doing that with multiple ones just to show you what it looks like worked up in acrylic. And my camera's done went to auto, so let me get that fixed for y'all so y'all don't keep going in and out of focus. Usually about 9%, and we're good. Right there. Okay. Now it won't be zooming in and out on y'all. So this one, from the tallest peak to the next, is about 14 1/4 inches. So by using Red Heart Super Saver, Ombre in the color Jazzy, and using a 4.0 millimeter, I added 5 inches exactly to what the book calls for. Now, I did not color control this at all. This is just how it all turned out. You can see here where it started to change the colors here just a little bit, but it all fades in quite well with one another. I absolutely enjoyed making this one. It worked up really, really fast. I did have to do it multiple times though, because this calls for 8 in the center, and for some reason I kept doing 7. And my numbers wasn't coming out right, and I couldn't figure out why, so I finally figured it out. I always start back from the beginning, y'all. If your numbers aren't coming out right in what the pattern tells you to do, go back to your center. Because somewhere down the line it's probably in that. This will be going to my neighbor, and that's the reason why I did it in pink. This is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so anything that I'm making in pink goes to her. Now this is what it looks like in the book. Right here. And as you can see, they use like an ecru color, like a reddish color, like a sea blue, and then the greens. So you can use whatever colors you want to use. And whatever yarn you want to use depends on the purpose of what you're going to be using it for. If you're going to be using it for decorations around in your living room or somewhere like that, you could definitely get by with making it in acrylic. But if you're going to be using this anywhere in your kitchen or on your dining room table where there's a possibility of spills at, I really recommend that you use cotton, or at least 80% cotton and 15% or 20% polyester. Anything 80% or more in cotton is wonderful for the kitchen. So these are the two that I've actually made 4. I'll show you the picture of the ones that you'll see next week, and then I'll also let you know the next 2 that I will be making for the week after. So this one is going to my neighbor along with her pink Breast Cancer Awareness bag. So the other ones that I made was this beautiful called Marvelous Mirrored right here. This one was a lot of fun to make. And what I love about mandalas is you get a bunch of different stitches. So you will see that one. And I got to flag the I forgot to flag the other one. And this one right here called Make It Pop. So I have already made this one. Again, another simple, easy pattern. No complications at all. Even with the Flirty 50s, it was super easy to make. And no complications at all compared to the Strawberry Blossoms, where you have to make each one of those little petals in the chains from the previous row, all individual. And the only thing about that is those dreaded ends that we all just love to weave in. So this is the book. I'll leave it here on the table, so if you want to make a screenshot of it. And if you are thinking about doing a YouTube channel, or you can read patterns or charts, I really suggest that you grab a book similar to this one or something like this, and something that you enjoy doing, and just set a day of the week that you're going to do a video on it. And that would be a great way to start your YouTube channel. Thank y'all so very much for spending time with me today. I really, really do appreciate it. And until next time, always be kind to one another. Always remember to smile. And remember, if you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything at all. I love you all. Take care and have a wonderful, wonderful day.